Anatomy is a study of the structure and function of the human body. It's a very old of medical science. Egypt was pioneer, started formally its study. We see how Hippocrates, 460 before Christ, instructed this discipline in Greece, regarded as well father of medicine and founder of this science. The word anatomy means in Greek anato, cutting up or taking apart. He also wrote the Hippocratic Odes. He also wrote the series of books anatomy related, one of them starting as follows. The nature of the human body is the beginning of medical science. Aristotle, 322, 384 before Christ, used the term anatome first in using, which means cutting. Vesalius' best work, De Humani Corporis Fabrica, 1543, brought a new era in the medicine studies in where this discipline was used strictly observing a scientific approach and objective. William Harvey, having as teacher Hieronymus Fabricius in 1537, 1619, was responsible of the anatomical theater at Padua. Learning Harvey about the balls, it is said Fabricius discovered them in the veins. This fact allowed Harvey to study the sequence and discover the circulation of the blood. In 1628, Harvey's book Excitationes Anatomica de Motu Cardis et Sanguinis in Animalibus, on the animals. In the 17th century, human dissections became very innovative, as well important in Europe. Known anatomical museums were opened in there. Publications, atlases, anatomy related, with great illustrations, made new standards to study the human body. Though that cadaver was used to study this discipline, the abuse of obtaining bodies and the illegal means and ways to obtain them, atlases improving and copying the parts of human body, drawing it perfectly in the century 18 and 19. Examination of structures such gross anatomy, the ones that can be seen without the help of any kind of magnifying lenses or microscopic. We will study our anatomy all the ways possible in this book. We find three ways. Regional anatomy, studying the body by regions, for example, abdomen, upper limbs, etc. Essentially, surface anatomy as part of regional anatomy. The knowledge of surface anatomy boxes explains what is under the skin, and by touching the structures to know them by name. Systemic anatomy, studying the anatomy by system such as circulatory and reproductive systems. Clinical anatomy, knowledge acquired by related functions and structure when practicing medicine and other health sciences. The clinical correlation boxes explain practical anatomy applications. Combining these studies allows to create a three-dimensional body structure perfectly view.